Inception was released in 2010 and was directed by Christopher Nolan. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Ken Watanabe, Tom Hardy, Ellen Page, and Michael Caine, and is about a criminal who has the opportunity to get rid of his criminal past, but all he has to do is do one more job, which is Inception. So I already know what all of you guys are thinking, which is, Ryan, this isn't a horror movie. Why is this on Spooky Sunday? And the reason I decided to put it for Spooky Sunday is because, one, it was originally supposed to be a horror movie, but after it became kind of like a heist film, which the heist is amazing in it, but also there are like a few horror elements in this movie. But the second reason also is because I own this channel and I can do what I want. I'm just kidding. The second reason is because I thought this is a fantastic movie and I just really wanted to talk about it. And like I said with the first part, that there are some horror elements in it. So you know what? We're going to bend some rules and this is going to be the Spooky Sunday episode. So, now that we got that out of the way, Inception is such a fantastic movie. Before I even start this review, watch it. It's on Amazon Prime. I don't know if it's on Netflix or anything else, but seriously, watch this movie, support it in any way you can. This is one of the best films that I have ever watched in my life. So let's get started talking about some pros. The first pro is 1000% the direction of this movie by Christopher Nolan. He is one of, if not the best director working right now in the industry. He just released the movie Tenet, which I haven't seen yet. I will definitely be seeing it soon. But he does such amazing work. I mean, he's done the Batman movies, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises. He's done Interstellar, which, a kind of a controversial opinion. I'm not the biggest fan of Interstellar, although I do respect his direction and, I think it's a great movie. I just think it ends kind of bad. So, I don't think it's his best film, although people do consider it his best. But, to me, Inception is the greatest film that he's come out with. And, hopefully, Tenet is better than it, but you know what, let's just talk about Inception, because that's what I really want to do. So, like I said, the direction is fantastic. The cinematography is gorgeous. The acting is phenomenal. I mean, top-tier talent all around. And even when it isn't like, I don't want to say a top-tier actor, even if it isn't a main character or a main lead of this movie, the supporting and the minor characters are fantastic. I mean, there really wasn't a line that I was like, oh, that wasn't delivered the best. Every line was delivered basically perfectly. I mean, I really couldn't ask for anything more with the acting, and there's just so many good things about this movie. It's so hard to pinpoint the best parts about it, because it feels like every single element of this movie was made to perfection. And that's not to say that this is the most perfect movie you'll ever see. Of course, critics and people are gonna see flaws. It took me a really long time to think of even one flaw that I had with this movie, and the flaw that I have is such a nitpick that I hate saying it, but if I were to say one flaw, it would be that the movie could be confusing. And that's it. I mean, if you're a normal human being, you shouldn't get confused by this movie. It's very up to your own interpretation what kind of happens. So I guess people could be confused off of that, but I mean, really, it's such a fantastic movie. And just every element of it, the acting, the fight scenes in this movie, oh my god. There's one specific fight scene in a hotel, and you'll know exactly where it is. One of the best fight scenes I've ever watched. So the way that they bring up horror in this movie is through these dream sequences, and the whole movie is kind of about what if you could enter someone's dream, and what if you could plant an idea in someone's head that isn't their own, although they will think it's their own. Inception. But the way that they introduce horror in this movie is fantastic. They don't do just loud jump scare noise or something like that. You hear some tense music in the background, and you know, everything around you starts getting a little tense. and then something happens and you're jolted awake, and that's where some of the horror elements of this movie comes from. And it's just done perfectly. I mean, I wish a lot of horror movies do that. It's never forced, and I just really can't say enough about this movie. It's fantastic. So overall, I'm going to give this movie a 10 out of 10. It's made it. 10 out of 10. I think that's the third movie that I've given it. It 1000% deserves it. It's so amazing. And like I've been saying, please watch this movie. It's on Amazon Prime. Drop what you're doing and just dedicate 2 hours and 30 minutes to this movie. I promise you will not regret it. I hope it's 2 hours and 30 minutes. I thought it was, but honestly, I just kind of threw out a ballpark number of what I thought it was because it is a kind of long movie. So thank you everyone for watching. Leave a comment down below with some other horror movies you would like me to watch. And yes, next Sunday will be an actual horror movie. So be on the lookout for that. But let's flash forward to the next review.